Very good evening, student. In this session, I will discuss about the limiting reagent and the excess reagent. As you know, this topic is very important as per the NEET syllabus. So, you already know what is the limiting reagent. The reactant which is completely consumed in the reaction is called the limiting reagent. An excess reagent, the reactant which is present in the excess amount during the reaction is called the excess reagent. Okay, suppose we have a reaction and it is very common example. In this example, I take the example of one factory in which we are manufacturing the bicycles. Okay, what is our role? Our responsibility that we are provided with the one frame. One frame of the bicycle be received and we have to install the two wheels with the one frame, and after that we are able to have the one bicycle. Means whenever the one frame is installed with the two wheels, then we have one bicycles. Means very simple relationship we have. We require the frame in the ratio of 1, we require the wheel in the 2 proportion, and bicycle be always obtained in the 1 ratio. Means the ratio amongst these is the 1:2, 2:1. These are called the stoichiometric coefficient. These are called the stoichiometric coefficient. We cannot change the stoichiometric coefficient of any reaction. Stoichiometric coefficient always remains constant during the reaction. Now, concentration we can change. Okay, like in this example number 1, initial I have the 100 frame and I have the 200 wheels and 0 bicycles. When I enter in the factory, my boss said, okay, you can go for the lunch if you complete the 50% work, that is called the 50% completion. You can go for the evening tea, but you have to complete the 75% of the total work, and you can leave the factory when the work is 100% completed. This completion of the work is also called completion of the reaction, or it is also called yield of the reaction. If I say 50% yield, means reaction is 50% completed now. If I say 75% yield, means reaction is completed 75% now. But when I say the 100% yield, means reaction is completed now. Okay, so they always react in the 1:2:1 ratio whenever the one frame react with the two wheels that provide the one bicycles. Okay, so look, when the reaction is 100% completed, out of 100, how much wheels are consumed? 50 wheels are consumed. Then how many remaining wheels? 50 wheels are remaining. One frame, sorry, this is 100 frame. Out of 100 frame, we have consumed the 50 frame and 50 frames are remaining. One frame require the two wheels. So 50 frame require the one frame, two wheels. 50 frame require the 100 wheels. Means out of 200, 100 wheels are consumed. How much is the remaining? 100 wheels are remaining. When one frame consumed, they provide the one bicycle. When 50 frame is consumed, they provide the 50 bicycles. When the reaction is 75% completed, out of 100 frame, how many frames are consumed? 75% frames are consumed. Means out of 100, 75% frame are consumed. How much is the remaining? 25 frames are remaining. One frame require the two wheels, so 75 frames are required the 150 wheels. Means out of 200 total wheels, we have consumed the 150 wheels, so remaining wheels are the 50. You know, one frame provide the one bicycles. then 75 frame always provide the 75 bicycles. When the reaction is 100% consumed, all the frames are consumed now, so number of frame is remaining 0. 100 frame require the double wheels, means one frame require the just double of it. So 100 frame require the 200 wheels. So how many wheels remaining now? 0. And whenever the 100 frames are installed with the 200 wheels, how many cycle you produce? You produce the 100 cycles. This is the case number 1, when no one is the limiting reagent, no one is the excess reagent. In this example, 1 to 1 are the stoichiometric coefficient and 100 200 is the given concentration. Similarly, now come to this example number 3. In this example, it is given to us whenever the 2 mole of the hydrogen gas react with the 1 mole of the oxygen gas, they always give the 2 mole of the H2O2 liquid. Okay, so what is the ratio? They always combine in the 2:1:2 ratio. 2H2 always interact with the 1O2 and provide the 2H2O. Their stoichiometry ratio is the 2:1:2. This is called the stoichiometric coefficient that cannot change during the reaction. Given concentration, we always write here. Given concentration we can change, but we cannot change the stoichiometric coefficient. Stoichiometric coefficient always remains the same. Then when the reaction is 50% completed, what happens in that time? 50% means out of 8, 4 are consumed. How many moles of hydrogen are remaining? 4. What about the O2? Out of 4, 50%, 2 are consumed. How much remaining now? 2. When 2 interact with the 1, it provide the 2. So whenever the 4 interact with the 2, it provide the 4 mole of the H2O2. But when the reaction is 100% completed now, then out of 8, all the 8s are consumed, remaining 0. 2 require the 1, then 8 require the 4. So out of 4, all the 4 are consumed, remaining is the 0. Then 2H2 provide the 2H2O. So 8H2 provide the 8H2O. Again, in this example, no one is the excess reagent and no one is the limiting reagent. But suppose if we have to solve the question and we don't know that anyone is given in the excess amount or not. So what we have to do to do such kind of question, in the first step we have to find out which one is the excess reagent and which one is the limiting reagent. To do so, what we have to do? First, to determine the limiting reagent, find the ratio of the moles divided by stoichiometric coefficient. Minimum ratio belongs to the limiting reagent. Means what you have to do in such kind of question, first you have to find out the ratio of the given moles divided by stoichiometric coefficient, and the minimum value of the ratio is always belongs to the limiting reagent, and you have to solve the entire question only on the basis of the limiting reagent. Percentage yield or percentage completion of the reaction is always calculated